Our speaker, Dawn McCrory. I am a fossil. I am a fossil, Dawn McCrory.
You may not believe this, but I am a fossil. Not a dinosaur, but I am a fossil. Contest master and friends, I will explain that in just a moment. But first, I'd like to ask you a question. By a show of hands, who has a scar? Any type of scar? Look around the room. Look at all those hands. We all have scars. They can be physical, emotional, spiritual, relational, even professional, but we all have them. They come from all types of sources. Can be the death of a loved one, damage from an injury, divorce, disease. It's disease that actually prompts me to call myself a fossil. As I was headed into my sophomore year of college, I had to come home. I'd been diagnosed with the neuromuscular disease that left me in a wheelchair needing complete care for nearly 3 years. That muscle disease ravaged my muscle tissue, causing it to die and harden so that it looks just like a fossil. As a matter of fact, if you would observe me on a scan or an X-ray, you would find these fossils scattered throughout my body, ranging from very tiny to larger than this. Can you imagine what that did to a young 19-year-old girl? I had a lot of scars. And I don't know if you're like me, but have you ever taken your scars and put them on as your identity? Allowed them to define you, limit you, cause you to think less of yourself? I did, and I didn't like it. So I created a tool to help myself revise my thinking and my perspective about my scars. And I'd like to share it with you. It's a simple acronym using the word scars. So I encourage you to pick up your pencils. I don't think you're going to want to miss this. Our first S is safe. I'm safe. You're safe. Whatever caused your scars is no longer hurting you. The glass that caused this scar has been in the trash for over 40 years. The scar is evidence of healing. Our scars show us that we've healed. So we're safe. C, complete. I am complete. I'm missing large amounts of muscle tissue. You might be missing a loved one or even a limb, but you're complete. Your identity has not changed. You are still exactly who your Creator designed you to be. Safe, complete. A, able. I am able. Now, I am differently abled than I was prior to the muscle disease. And I have far more ability now than I did during that time. And no matter where you are on that spectrum, you are able. You are able to bring value to the world, not because of what you can or cannot do, simply because of who you are. Safe, complete, able, reminded. I am reminded of where I've been, what I've been through. I'm reminded of what I've overcome. My scars remind me of lessons that I've learned. I will never wash a glass like this again because Our scars remind us. Safe, complete, able, reminded, and the last S is strong. I am strong. I am a strong woman. My husband and children would snicker and say, she's a wimp. And they'd be right. After all, I can't raise my hands any higher than this. But I'm not talking about physical strength. I'm talking about internal strength, resolve, resiliency, determination, the ability to bounce back and overcome. If you have a scar, you are strong. Safe, complete, able, reminded, and strong. One night as I stood looking at the disfiguration caused from the scars, I decided to pick up the science fiction novel I was reading, A Distant Shore by John Houghton. And I read, "Scars are not open wounds. I am healed. The scars are my testimony that I am healed. I do not even hide them. They've become a part of my wholeness. They're a cause of glory to the Lord and not of shame to me." Let me say that a little differently. Your scars are a cause of glory to the Lord and not of shame to you. Friends, I'd like to invite you to change your perspective on your scars, to recognize them as part of your wholeness and your unique story. Don't hide them. Embrace them the way I've learned to embrace mine, and value them the way that I have learned to value mine, in a way that allows me to stand here and say confidently, and even a little bit cockily, I am a fossil, and that makes me a rock star. Contest master.